Quick content warning, we hear something's going on, not classified as family friendly or content, not meant for young viewers and or children. This video industry may contain brandy, crude humor, and other humor made for children under the age of 14. Viewer discretion is strongly advised because I say bad words and other things.
Don't let your kids watch it.
Hello everyone, I hope you're well. I hope you're well caffeinated like I soon will be, because I am grabbing myself a cup of coffee. I'm just waiting for it to finish pouring. How do all of you lovely peeps do today? We got ourselves a different kind of stream today. We're going to be sitting, chilling, listening to some music as I sit here and rant and scream about some random updates that we've got. It's a zombie. It is a zombie indeed. I'm a very tired zombie, but I'm a tired zombie for all the right reasons right now. Or at least for mostly the right reasons. Also, if you can't tell, I've been testing out the raid boss some more, which is leading into some new news that we've got coming out for you guys today. We're doing some stuff. Too tired? I am doubly tired, that's what I am. But yes, how is everyone today? Congrats to your sister for graduating, that's hella awesome. I have been running all over the place today. I've got so much weird stuff done today. We've had some good stuff. We've had some good stuff there. Bicycle zombie confirmed, indeed! People always trying to ride me everywhere. Some quiz I haven't asked if you haven't retyped. And yes, I did eat today. I did eat today. Don't worry, I ate today. Okay, so we got some real cool stuff to talk about today. We're practicing Super Smash Bros. Who are you practicing as? Who are you playing as? Because we're going to be talking about some updates that are coming to the stream, to the Discord, and pretty much everywhere. And a lot of it's going active right after we end this stream. Like, the stream's gonna end, we're gonna roll over to the Discord for movie night, and stuff's gonna be going active the entire way through. Oh, that's why it's doing that. It's got it on the wrong one. There. I don't need the game thingy popped up right now. Been feeling unwell today, but feel mostly better now. Well, I'm glad you feel better now. I'm sorry you haven't been feeling well. Okay, so this isn't like our normal streams. This is going to be a little bit different. Some people that have been around here forever, you should remember I used to do these all the time. Well, they're going to be coming back. at least for the remainder of May and June, because I'm going to have several days that I'm not going to be able to do normal streams due to moving. So because of that, things are going to be changing up somewhat until then. I have good news, and I have a little bit of mad news, but on the plus side, I have no bad news today. How's that for exciting? Or at least I don't think I have any bad news today. I hope I don't have any bad news today. We're hoping I don't have any bad news today. That's what we're going for. Zombies is going to try to have no bad news today. Yay, no bad news, right? That doesn't happen very often for us here. Something usually is always breaking. But we've got our coffee today. I got my coffee right here. I need to put my creamer in my coffee, which some of you may not like. I do not care. I'm going to have my creamer because I like it. Give me like 2 seconds. Rab said creamer. I like my creamer. Got my favorite stuff to put my coffee in. Got a whole bunch of water in my mini fridge. Okay, so we've got some stuff. Looking at the Star Wars wiki. That's neat. No bad news is generally a good state of things. We take those, right? They don't happen often enough around here. I'm very excited. No bad news is good news, right? Yeah, right? Right? Right. Oh, I get to break this out. I'm very excited to break this out. I didn't get to break this out during the 3K celebration, which I meant to. It's what I was saving it for, and I forgot. I have a soda that I've been saving because it's my favorite, but I don't ever get to drink it often. I've only got 1 can of it left. It's the Halloween flavor. I'm happy to be here. Work sucked today. I'm sorry that work sucked today. I can tell you that this is one of the rare instances where nothing in my day sucked. Knock on wood, that nothing else sucks later. Nothing sucked today. I got good news. I got good news all around. The only bit of meh news that I have, I'm going to go ahead and knock out the meh. The not so good news, but is not technically bad news, at least not yet, news. We still haven't found a place yet. We have not found a new apartment yet. That is the meh. But I've put in more applications to new places, and I've got a few hopefuls. So we might actually have something by next week, which is awesome. So that's the meh. We don't have anything yet, but I found a lot of places that are open, that allow pets, that are within our budget, that seem to work, and we're off to a way better start than they were a little while ago. So at least there's that. So are we great off yet? No, but that's good news that we possibly have places that we can wind up being at. Which will lead into a lot of this stuff looking different very soon. So at least there's that. Also, y'all can hear me properly, right? Like, I'm not being overrun by the music. I'll turn the music down just a tiny bit, just in case. Progress is progress, right? Indeed it is. Indeed it is. And what exactly you're looking at about Darth Nox? I thought about playing a game, but I have so much work to do today that if I played a game, I wouldn't play it for just a little while. I'd play it for a long while, and I wouldn't get any of it done. So instead, I decided I'm going to share the stuff I want to get done with you in a kind of news-based live stream. Well, yes, we're coming at you live from the Zombie Cafe to give you some pleasant news about things and current events currently going on. Lord, I'd be so upset if I was muted the entire time. It's fine as is, but down is good too. Gotcha, gotcha. Sith from the Old Republic era. I am familiar with Darth Nox. But yes, so it's kind of meh that we don't have a place yet, but it's good that we're in the process of possibly finding somewhere new. We have a couple of other cool things that I'm going to be talking about. For one, we talk about some revamps to the card system because we got something good today that should make things a bajillion times easier to work with. We were just doing Mad Lib reading. Well, damn, y'all are good at it then. But no, we have some updates to the card system, we have some updates to the member system, and we have some updates to Discord. And most of them are going live after stream tonight, or will be going live until the wee hours of the morning leading into tomorrow. First off, there will be another raid boss tomorrow for everyone to fight and play against. There will be some new cards added in, as well as it's looking like we will finally have access to more than 3 packs. That's been one of our biggest restrictions, is that I can only have 3 of our packs active at a time. It looks like we're about to finally get cleared for the upgrade to have access to way more packs. So, that's a good thing. I made a joke about that the other day, Tony. More than 3 packs. We're looking at, it's either 7 or 9. I can't remember if it's going to be 7 or 9 that'll be active. So, all these cards that you've had from other packs that you don't always have access to, you will have access to. This isn't even, oh hey, you can buy more shit. No, this is literally, you can just use all your shit at once. No, there's no OnlyFans. Why has that been like the hot topic lately for me? Like everyone's like, zombies opening an OnlyFans. Like that's come up a lot over like the last 2 weeks. How are you doing, Tony? He's opening up an Only Feathers for a riot. But yeah, so all these packs you have from like Dead by Daylight and Monster Hunter, as well as the Ultimate Supporter packs, will be active. But also, that leads to the next question of, well, oh shit, how is Zombie going to keep up with that? He had a nuclear meltdown last time he did cards because too many things went off, and he couldn't keep up with it. Well, thanks to some very lovely friends, as well as some awesome fucking coupons, we have something new. Thank you for the timing there. We have something new. I have a new toy. Now, I have several people I have to thank for this. And I'm going to be thanking everybody as soon as I show this off. But we have a new way that I can actually fully keep up with the card system. I've been testing it out all day. And I'm very excited for it. Don't yank your setup down. I'm not! I swear. I did some cable management today. Oh my god, Tony! Not that kind of toy. I don't want to get banned. Y'all can't see those. We have this. We have the Big Swanky. So yeah, we're essentially going from using this to keep track of every single output and thingy and doohickey around. Get to the music section real quick because I've still got that, like, I haven't got everything organized yet. We're going from that itty bitty thing to keep track of everything to this big honking behemoth of a machine in conjunction with the little ones. So I have all the numbers and all the cards and all the stuff for a grand total of 62 buttons to use. Because this has 32 and then the other two have 15 each, I can now maximize up to 62 buttons. And have been working on setting it up to do so. Because I can't do anything simple. I mean, if I had a second one of these, I could get rid of the 2 small ones. I could. But Jesus Christ, no. For one, I can't get this at the price I got this. And Artemis, how are you? And no, Otteron did not buy this for me. But I do have peeps here in the chat to thank for helping me get it. First off, I got this cheaper than I should have. I got this cheaper than I should have. Usually, this thing runs about 250 bucks. What's up, Goblin Fart? Still love that name. Usually, this should have cost me $250. We got it closer to 175 after some coupons, as well as we had a couple of additional donations that showed up that made it where I didn't have to worry about doing stuff that helped make this happen. So I have a few people I have to thank for this right off the rip. For one, I have to thank a family member of mine which found me the coupons to help me with this. Because I have to thank my dad. He found a coupon and he was like, "Yo, you got to use this. Use it fast. I've got this for this thing here." It was a coupon. Basically, it wasn't even technically a coupon. It was like a gift card coupon kind of type deal to like put towards it. And then I have to thank Kami, I have to thank Dude of Dude, I have to thank Spirit Flame. Because of you three, and the donation you put forward directly towards this, because Dude of Dude and Kami literally donated directly towards this, around the end of last month. And Spirit Flame snuck in with a donation last night, which my thing hasn't updated, but it should. Between all of these things, we were able to go ahead and get the machine. We were in a safe enough spot to where I could get the machine. May go back to sleep at some point. I can feel that hardcore on a molecular level, because like I've been jumping around with my sleep schedule so bad over the past few days that I've had 2 hours of sleep here, 9 hours of sleep here, and then 1 hour of sleep, and then another 3 hours of sleep. Like, I've been sleeping randomly everywhere. But no, can I get some love in the chat, though, for Kami, Dude, and Spirit Flame, please? Because if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have this device. Now, because this right here is an investment in the stream, in our streams as a whole here. This was a big, huge investment on the streams. Oh my god. I love the realistic heart. Oh my god. But no, like, this was a huge investment on the streams itself, as well as the card system we've been doing and everything else. Like, literally this whole thing. I love how like it shows up on my little chat window here for the realistic hearts as little squares, because it doesn't know how to process them. But no, oh my god. How's it going, Heinous Anus? How are you? So yeah, no, this was something that like I've been looking at the channel for the channel for a long time. And I'm doing great. I'm having a great day. I've got nothing but good news today. So I'm having a good day. No, it's okay, Joe. Don't worry. But no, this is making it where the, you must fight the Wi-Fi parasites. Yes. This is making it so we can do a lot more with streams. This has already shown me many more improvements and quality of life fixes that I didn't know I could have. Like, I already knew it could do some of the things that it's going to help me out with. It does exactly what I needed it to do, but it's doing way more. And I appreciate that to no end. But no, I have all of you lovely peeps here to thank for this, honestly. Because now we have this, it'll do a lot for the channel, it'll do a lot for the streams, and it'll do a ton for the card system. But it does so much more than just work with the card system. I've been able to automate a few things on OBS. I still can't automate the card system, I'm still having to control that by hand, but now I have access to control all of it by hand. I didn't do shit, but alright, I guess. You're here, aren't you? You're watching. You're contributing to the channel's growth by being a subscriber here, by smacking the like button, by watching the stream, by talking in chat, by hanging out with us. You do a lot to benefit, like, the channel as well as myself. Just by being here. But no, this big honking beastie of a machine... This big honking beastie of a machine is going to change so much stuff. It already has. but it is going to do so much more. Nothing is as cramped as it used to be. That's like the big thing for me right now, is that nothing's cramped anymore. I have everything out right where I need it right now, which for me is really weird. I'm not used to having everything without having to hit a damn folder. This has also done something else. How long before you give it a nickname? Soon. The other two already have nicknames. That XL is the friend she tells you not to worry about. Oh my god, that's not wrong. Oh, Kelly, if it makes you feel any better, I know exactly what you're dealing with there. Zombaby's cat threw up on her keyboard, and I'm having to deep clean her keyboard right now. She's having to use one of her old backups. Call it Angel? Why would I call it, like, why Angel? I gotta know. Because the other two are called Bob and Hilda, which is also what I've named my zombies in Dead by Daylight. And that's been their name forever. That's why Bob and Hilda came about in Dead by Daylight. Because it was a godsend. I mean, okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Started making the sound. She was on my carpet, so I had to act fast to get off my carpet and onto the hard floor. At least you got her onto the hard floor. I'm having to clean a computer mat and a keyboard for Zombaby right now because of that. I'd go with Jim as default name for anything since I suck at remembering names. So I remember Bob and Hilda because Bob and Hilda are pet names that we had way back with older pets. Well, Hildegard is still alive. She's with my grandmother. It's always fun running with a gagging cat. Yeah, the joys of cat ownership, man. Oh my god, the joys of cat ownership. It's soon to be vacation. How's it going, Carlos? You got funny news? I want to hear funny news. I have a dog. A very, very, very loud dog. We have one of those. Ours is named Zwei, and he is a teeny tiny dog. And whenever he starts yowling, he sounds like a crying baby, so he freaks people out on stream. Call it Johnny Sins based on size. Oh my god. You just adopted a cat? Zwei wishes he was a wiener dog. He's a weenie, but he is not a wiener dog. But yes. I'm very stoked for this. I'm like freaking out hardcore about this damn thing. So that's part of our big news. That is our news for the card system. The only extra news I've got for the card system right now. Siren! 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 You came in because you heard the music. I know it. The music called to you. It's the big beast. Because coupon. Finally! Now, the other boss related stuff is we do have a new raid boss, a new raid boss that is coming. As well as we still have Romby to beat, but we have another new mini boss that'll be coming. That'll be Dead by Daylight related, as well as I have a couple other mini bosses that'll be coming for future games of Hades and God of War. So we've got some new mini bosses. They will each have their own cards that'll be added into the set as well when they go live. So those will be fun. What's up, Fry Guy? And hello, Wolfie Tunes. Sorry I've been gone for so long. It's fine. It is fine, it's fine. We're glad that you're here now, though. But anytime you need to take to yourself, life is a thing that we understand here. Life is crazy and chaotic. So as long as you're here when you need to be here, we enjoy having you here. You bought the real? Indeed! How's it going, MT? How you doing, my friend? Need to personally converse with you on something soon, MT. Message me later. Because I have something to converse with you specifically. May or may not be Smash-oriented. You got antivirus problems? I'm playing way too much tower defense games. Help! Can't help with that! I understand! I understand that rabbit hole. You heard me. May or may not be Smash related. But yes. We've got a bunch of other stuff though. So we got like the new bosses and the new cards coming in. There is another thing that this stream deck has allowed for me to do. I thought I was going to have to kill off these. Since this music stops, it's perfect time for it. I thought I was going to have to kill off all of these. Give it a sec, it'll show up. Oh, wait, I don't have it set up for the screen. I have it set up for the game screen, because I'm a dingus. I'm working on rearranging some stuff. I didn't rearrange these yet because I thought they were going to be going away, but they're not. These are not going away now. These are actually going to get to stick around. And as I said, I've been still working on raid boss stuff, so like they've been all over the place. I've been testing out new stuff. So, the member buttons will actually still be a thing. So we will still have these for all of you lovely peeps. As well as I found out, this new machine has ways of making it where I can do something else special with them for my members and make them easier to work with. So it's going to look a little different, but it's going to be a lot better for my lovely member peeps who support the channel and do cool stuff. So there's going to be a lot of cool things that are going to be updated very soon with that. So that actually gets to stay as part of the member perks. So anybody in the $5 or higher member tier who hasn't gotten one yet, will be getting one. I've been working on them all damn day. So these new ones will be added and working. You got an idea? What would be your idea? So yes, the member buttons are still a thing. I'm going to go ahead and go through some of the member buttons because I've got them here, so I might as well. What is up, Wesley Sam? How do you do? To stream Typing of the Dead. No! Don't mean I would love to stream Typing of the Dead one day, but there's a reason why I can't stream that game. And you should remember this, heinous anus. There's something that has never improved about me. Because you've known me from the before times. Guess what I still can't do? Type for shit. You'll have to tune in tomorrow, Hazard Spaghetti, to see. That's what would make it fun. Your daughter slaughters that game. I want to get Zombaby to play that game one day because I think she would mutilate that game. But I am so bad at typing. I type incredibly slow. Like, mega slow. Some of the chat has kids. You know, that doesn't surprise me that much. But yes, so member buttons are still going to be a thing. Well, second graders typing full sentences. I mean, yeah. I have a very good vocabulary, but I can't type my vocabulary to save my life. Like, that's part of the reason why it takes me so long to type anything out on Discord or to do anything that requires typing, period. Because, like, that's right, you do have 2 kids. Like, it takes extreme focus for me to type anything. Like, period. And it comes out incredibly slow. Like, I think I could type, like, maybe on a good day, 30 words a minute. I can type faster on my phone than I can on my keyboard, but not by much. And I technically, and I've shown this to people to prove it, because Joel's seen it, and Shaman's seen it, a few other people seen it. I type better one-handed than I do two-handed. Which is really bad. And the reason why I say this is because I can literally type the same amount of words with one hand that I can with two. So yeah, I'm not good at my typing. I'm very, very bad at my typing. I wish I wasn't, but I am. I am so bad at it. Everyone knows plural fur babies counts as kids. Well, see, the difference between real kids and fur babies is fur babies stay perpetually children. They maximize at like age 8. And you're kind of screwed. You will now have an 8-year-old for however long that beast lives. Children get smarter and smarter and smarter and angrier and angrier and angrier and sassier as they get older. And pets are cheaper. Oh, pets are cheaper. Fur babies are far cheaper. Most of the time they leave. They don't always leave. Most of the time kids leave. They don't always leave. Fur babies are an investment of love just to be an investment of love. Children are an investment of love that will affect the future of the world one day. Children horrify me. Children horrify me because you are training them to be the next generation. And whenever I have children, having many versions of myself and Zombaby combined is horrifying. Like, I can just imagine it, and at times I don't wanna. Because I'm like, oh god. If fur babies count, I've got a lot of kids. Train your children to be the better Star Trek. Oh my god. I'm a former children, and to be heard, I still don't know shit sometimes. Right? I can agree with that. I'm a former children that... What the fuck do we mean, former children? Look at me, I'm still children. I have more children stuff than pretty much anybody. Ain't nothing like it, brother. I've helped from time to time in the raising of my nephews, and I am prouder of them and what they have learned and what they have overcome and what they will one day be than just anything, period. And even though I don't always get along with the parents that raised my nephews, I will still say this to this very day. There is no one on this fucking planet better to raise them than who's raising them now. They do such a good job for those kids, and those kids are going to do so many wonderful and fantastic things. I one day hope that I can do as good a job as they do with them. whenever I have kids, I hope I can do as good a job as they do with their kids. Yes, I am very much still a children. Yes, hi, hello, that is me. Very much child. That doth be me. Well, I mean, it's the truth. Those kids, even though I don't get to see them as much as I would like to, because I'm an entire town over, I'm an entire 2 towns over, and gas is a nightmare, so it makes it incredibly difficult in the vehicle that I drive to get to see them anymore. But hopefully that'll change. I also know that I don't have to be there all the time, because I know they are okay. I know they are better than okay. And I can easily say that. Those little dudes are going to shape the entire world one day. You watch, and I'm going to be able to sit there and say, man, I watched it happen. Okay, so, like, I'm getting mushy, and I'm not going over all the other stuff we've got. Okay, so we got other stuff that's been worked on. Get to that one, because I don't have a video game up right now. Okay, so we got other stuff. I'm sitting here, and I'm getting mushy, and talking, ranting, and rambling. And so on and so forth. I got updates for you peeps. I don't even drive it, but I know Gas Nightmare. I know someone who owns a pickup. I technically own a truck, I guess is what you could call it right now, without me telling you exactly what I own. And it's old. So it is not nice on gas. At all. Like, at all. Especially with it hitting over $4 a gallon here, and my vehicle just saying, oh ho ho ho, you thought you were going somewhere today. The truck ain't leaving the yard with these prices. If it wasn't my only vehicle, mine wouldn't be leaving either. I want my internet is being really bad tonight for some reason. Well, we're not going to be doing like a super long stream tonight. It's only going to be like an hour to an hour and a half long, because I do have some other stuff going to be rolling out tonight, and to do so, I'm going to need to cut stream kind of early, which is why we're doing a chat and chill. But in doing this, we will be doing some stuff with you peeps that you'll get to see. We're going to be, after stream ends tonight, we're going to be rolling over to the Discord. I'll be holding a movie night for anybody who wants to come, sit, and chill, and watch some movies and stuff. And at the same time, the Discord is going to have its updates rolled out while you're watching the movie. So, if I can get it set up, Kelly, you're going to scream like a small child. If I can get it set up. I'm working on getting it set up. I'm not making a promise yet. But I've got 2 anime-related picks of movies that I'm working on, and it's looking like it's probably going to be Wolf Children, as long as I can get it to let me stream it. It's just getting it to be able to be streamed. But that's if I can get it to work. So, okay. Here's what we're working on for updates. Member system is going to be updated to reflect what I stated earlier, that there will be, for anybody who's a member, there will be movie nights specifically for members. It is going to reflect the new card system setup I've got, where people in the middle tier will be getting 2 free packs a month, and the highest tier will be getting 4 packs throughout the course of the month, and on top of that, we'll also be getting discount codes every week to also be utilized for the card system. On top of that, There's going to be a new section that is going to help with votes for members. There's going to be a new section that's going to help with votes for upcoming videos. I know the video's late this week. I've had some complications arise that have slowed me down. It is still coming. It should be out on Sunday. I had to push it back because I watched through it and found out that I had an entire 4 minutes of video with no audio in it. Zero. Zip. Nada. So, there's going to be a section in the Discord that is going to allow for members to vote for which topic we tackle next for the videos themselves. As well as there's going to be a section in the Discord to showcase clips of what's coming for members. So you can see a little bit of a teaser here and there to get you hyped for what's coming. And to give you a little bit of a preview ahead of schedule. Originally, the way I was going to do this was I was going to release it all to members first by like 2-3 days, and then let everybody else watch it later because that's something that YouTube allows us to do. But I'm going to be honest, I still don't like the idea of that, and I made a promise to you guys a long time ago that I would not... Oh, what's the term I'm looking for? I can't remember the term I was looking for. Basically, I didn't want to paywall. Paywall content. I didn't want to paywall my video content for people to see at the same time. Clips, on the other hand, I feel a little bit better about is because it's going to be like 30-second clips here and there that y'all will get to see and get kind of a hint of what's going on and what's currently being made. This isn't just for you guys, though. It also helps keep me moving with it, because if I send y'all part of it, now I have to do the rest of it. So, all that's a thing. Let me get some other music playing. Pip. So it also kind of helps me out. But this way, it's not like completely paywalled off or anything like that, which is something I just did not want to do. I don't like that. I don't like the idea of sitting there saying, you must pay me money to just to watch it. Like, I'm not Netflix. Even though there will be ads on the videos, because that's how I make money on the videos. Don't yell at me, please! At least I don't do ads on the live streams. But yeah, so we're going to be adding that. The Discord itself as a whole will be getting a new movie section, because we will be doing 2 movies a month. One that is member exclusive for movie night, and the other will be available for everybody, regardless if you're a member or not. So we'll be making new sections to accommodate for both of these. Those sections will be going live tonight, as well as the clip section. The first clip will be showing up tomorrow for the videos coming after Sunday's video. Sunday's when the video's going to drop. First clip will go live Sunday, after the first video drops, because it'll show a preview of the coming week's video. Gotta get my stuff in order here. There's also going to be a card section added to the Discord for people to be able to tell me what they like, what they dislike, vote on new cards, to vote on new cards, to possibly vote on new elements or bosses, as well as just give feedback on what you love and what you hate about it, and things that you want to see done, things that you want to see not done. This will also include the bosses themselves. This will allow you to literally be able to help influence the card system itself as a whole. Aside from just being beta testers that throw everything under the sun at my face until I cry about it. Past that, myself a special cup of coffee. It contains French vanilla creamer topped off with whipped cream and some chocolate syrup. That sounds freaking delicious. Is this a Fear of Dark song? This is another one of Harris Heller's Stream Beat songs called Pixel Lounge. If it has any influences from anywhere else, I don't know. But I do know it's created by Senpai Records. This is from their Pixel album, which is usually my go-to. Oh, that sounds absolutely delicious. So we're going to be allowing for that. There are also going to be a couple of other things added to where I have the ability to be able to give peeps in the Discord, as well as members, additional little rewards here and there, just for being here, hanging out, chilling with us, giving feedback, and all that other good jazz. I've been working on doing a lot of reworks lately, and they're finally starting to come to fruition. I picked the worst time on Earth to do all this stuff, because I'm in the middle of trying to move. But being a YouTuber, I can't just sit there and say I'm moving and just pause everything for it. I just can't. We can't do that here. It's not how it works. So, I gotta keep stuff working, and I will make it work. I will do what I do best. Let me do something here. Something I want to do specifically. There is something I want to listen to specifically. Where is it? Pip? Pip? Where'd it go? Harris, where'd you put your stuff? Why has this been moved? Why has this been moved? What has happened? Pip. 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 Where'd it go? There's one I always use. There's one I absolutely always use. Where'd you put it? He has moved stuff on me. It makes me sad. Okay. There we go. What a burnt toaster. I got first world problems. My GPU don't fit in the case. I would cry! It is a first world problem, but I would cry. Oh, I would cry. That's upsetting. Now you gotta get a whole nother case. Vasco! How do you do, friend? I hope you are well. It is a night of mostly good news. I'm with you, MT. I always wish I could make this kind of music, but I have never been good at it. No, just have your PC go naked. It's fine. No, okay, like, I saw somebody last year at Halloween just literally stuff an entire fucking computer inside a pumpkin. Like a real pumpkin. Not like a plastic pumpkin. Not like a Halloween-y pumpkin. No, they put the entire damn thing in a gutted pumpkin. I loved this and wanted to cry at the same time. It's horrifying. What's up, Del Burrito? Pumpkin has good cable management, right? I mean, it does, but at the same time, no. I have to put that video on Discord, as well as that's another section that's coming to Discord. We are getting just a random media section of the Discord, because people always ask, I have a video, I don't know where the fuck to post it. It's not a meme, but it doesn't fit anywhere else. So, like, I just have a random media section that's going to be added to Discord. It's going to have to be safe for work. I know you naughty peeps. Safe for work in that section only. Pointing at you guys. But yes, Vasco. Okay, so, like, to update you on the news. First off, We haven't found a place yet. I managed to put in way more applications to new places to possibly move into, and I've got one that is looking really hopeful. That is doing... If we can get in there, it'll do really well for us. It'll be bigger than where we're at. It'll be cheaper than where we're at. And I won't have to worry about screaming neighbors when I'm trying to record something. Which has prevented me from doing a lot of recording, is literally having so much noise in the background that I can't post it. Or have to redo it. So that's the first bit of good news. It's kind of meh news because I don't have a place yet. But it's looking finally hopeful. As opposed to where I was 2 weeks ago, where everything just looked scary and just doom and gloom and panic. Next are the fact that we're adding new raid bosses. New mini raid bosses for games like Dead by Daylight, Hades, which we'll be playing very soon, and God of War, which we'll be playing right after Hades. Seemed fitting enough. We'll be playing, Hades after we beat Jedi Fallen Order. Yes! I'll be playing through God of War. I'm very excited to play through God of War, because I haven't actually gotten to do that yet. Just gotta put tons on and go zen with cable management. Okay, going zen with cable management is pretty much what I already do. People see my cables, and they scream. I'm very excited for it. And we're gonna have mini raid bosses for people to fight during those games as well. And I have ways to actually, I know God of War has tits. I know when those scenes are. I know what the guidelines are for those moments, so I know what I can and cannot do with those moments to make sure that I don't get destroyed by YouTube. Okay, so we got this. We've got new cards coming. And to make all of this easier to manage, as well as make a lot of other stuff easier to manage, thanks to some coupons and the lovely donations of Dude of Dude, Kamikaze Mizume, and Adrian Spirit Flame, we have the Big Beastie, so I can do all the stuff without having to worry. Johnny Sins. So I do all the stuff without having to worry about it, like, completely nerfing out my stuff. It is! But not only that, I can use it with my 2 mini units. So I technically have access to 62 buttons! Ha! You know, Del Burrito, you say that, but there are so many videos you can find on YouTube. I'm not going to tell you where to find them. I'm not going to post any links on here, but I can tell you that you can find tons of stuff that technically completely just nerfs TOS for YouTube. Fun story about that. Okay, I played through Resident Evil 2. I want to say about 2 years ago, on stream. Played through it in its entirety, normal setup, normal everything, gameplay came out just fine, so on and so forth. As everybody has probably heard, YouTube has these bots that go out and find content that's copyrighted. Now, if you are a content creator and you put something out, and somebody has something that is even remotely similar to yours, YouTube will actually send you notifications saying, hey, so-and-so made such and such thing that's similar to your content. Is this yours? Do we need to flag it? Now, a lot of these systems that like hit you with copyright stuff are automated. So as soon as that pops up, it'll automatically say, yes, that's mine, and then you have to manually take that off. For me, I don't have it set up that way. For me, I have it set up where I have to manually approve anything. So it sent me a list the other day. Again, this is the second time I've gotten this list. it sent me a list for Resident Evil 2 saying, hey, is this content yours? Because it's Resident Evil 2, the remake, here are all the scenes from the game, is this your content? Now here's the problem with this. For one, anybody can play Resident Evil 2 and make the damn game, put the gameplay footage out there. But the problem with this is that it's definitely not mine, because I play through all my games on stream unmodded. What if you just say no? If you just say no, then like they don't send you anything again, or they're not supposed to. The way they send it to me for the second time, it may be a different user. I don't know. Here's what they sent me. I'm not going to show it on stream because I can't. I don't know how this is passed on YouTube. Not only is it passed on YouTube, but their bots asked me if it's mine. Somebody went through playing Resident Evil 2 with nude mods on. And it asks me if all this gameplay footage with an extravagant amount of titties was mine. What? Okay, maybe this hasn't happened. I mean, I can't take credit for it. It's not mine. It's not mine. I'm not gonna, like, monetize their content. As well as I really don't want to get flagged for it later. That's false copyright flag, and that's bad. Like, no, I wouldn't claim that. It's not mine. It's theirs. If they're able to monetize it, more power to them. I don't know how they got around it, but let them go for it if they can. Now, I know what you're probably talking about, Vasco, because I had it happen for Sword and Shield. I had, like, all the cutscenes for Sword and Shield sent to me saying they were mine, and I was like, no, they're not. None of these are mine. Private battle stream? Wait, what? Am I gonna? Nah. That's insane. And they send us stuff like that all the time. Like, I get stuff like that all the time. I've gotten it for Crash Bandicoot. I've gotten it for Pokemon. But then I started getting it for games that are modded. There's only one game I play that's modded on stream. And that's Fallout 4. Because I play with the Silent Hill mods. And I've never gotten anything for that one. I have played modded Smash. I haven't played modded Smash for Smash Ultimate. I do have legitimate people stealing my videos, but it's just them reposting a song part from a video, so it's no big in my opinion. For me, it depends. Like, if they were taking something, they were clipping something from me, if they were clipping a section of a stream, or clipping a section of a video of mine, like, if people want to do that, my only requirement for people to clip shit from me is to credit me in it somewhere, like, credit me, like, in the description. I know half the people don't even freaking read the description. Hell, I know like 90% of people don't read the description of videos. But just like acknowledging where it came from, that's my only requirement. That's it. That's all I want. Like, if you see, like, if my stuff's somewhere else, that's all I want out of it, is for them to please just credit the fact that it came from my channel. Even if it's bad, credit the fact that it came from me, just so, like, they acknowledge where it came from. That's all I want. Other than that, like, if people want to, like, use, like, clips of my stuff, fine. Now, if someone goes, rips my entire stream, and just posts it, Like, and I'm talking about, like, there's no commentary over it, there's nobody... Or they, like, take an entire huge section out of it, and there's, like they take, like, a 30-minute to an hour section out of it, and they just plaster it, and they're not accrediting for... they don't accredit me for it, they don't talk over it. Like, if you're a commentary channel, you're going to commentate on something I did, good or bad, that's fine. That's... As long as you're being transformative, aka you're at least, like, commentating over it, giving... criticism, constructive or otherwise, whatever. Like, as long as you're doing something with it, fine. Like, I'm a YouTuber, I am in the public eye, that's to be expected. If you're going to do that, I can't argue that. Yeah, Agent E, sadly, a lot of times people don't get notified to my stuff. Even if you have all the notifications on, that seems to be a sad trend. That's the reason why we usually tell people to join the Discord. Because I make sure everyone knows that I'm live on Discord and on Twitter. Those are my main ways to get out to everybody saying, hey, I'm still going live every night. If I post nothing else throughout the day, I will at least post that I'm live. So yeah, no, if someone just, like, took my stuff and went, BAM! This is my content. Yeah, I would probably flag that. Like, if you got, like, 30 minutes to an hour of my content with no commentary, no criticism, no constructive criticism, no nothing, yeah, that's just you taking my stuff and just claiming it as your own. But if you've taken, like, a 2-minute clip of me doing something stupid, something funny, something cringy, whatever, I'm not going to go on about that. If you take an hour's long worth of clip or whatever, and you're commentating on it, criticizing or whatever on it, fine, that's whatever. But, like, just legit just taking my stuff and posting as your own, yeah, I would have a problem with that. That's where my problem would come in. I've not had that problem. I highly doubt I will run into that as a big problem. And it would literally just kind of depend on what they're doing with it anyway. But no, if someone's commentating over it or criticizing it or whatever, I play video games on the internet, I scream at people, and I scream at myself. So I'm fair game to that kind of stuff. I can't argue that, and I wouldn't flag something like that. And there are a lot of people that do, and I'm sorry, a lot of people that do are messing up fair use. They don't understand what fair use is. And will flag somebody as like, oh, they said mean things about me, so I'm going to smack their video. I'm sorry, people are going to say mean things about you. You could be the nicest person on the damn planet. There'll be someone who will talk shit. That'll happen. And that's if they're going to talk shit about it, it's fair use. As long as they're not, like, blatantly, like, saying something bad. And not by, like, bad, but, like, slander. As long as they're not, like, slandering you, like, saying something that's false. Like, if I cuss somebody out live on stream and that gets clipped and they call me an asshole and they throw that out there, and like, if I just fly off the handle and I just do something I shouldn't and just go cussing up storm and losing my absolute fucking mind, well, that's on me. They're allowed to use that and call me out for that. I just have to suck it up and deal with it. That's how that goes. That'll always be how that goes. And people that, like, lose their shit over that, well, you just shouldn't have been a dick online. Like, people can make content on you being an asshole. That just happens. So, if that ever happens to me, well, I'll just suck it up and just be like, well, that sucks. Hopefully I didn't fuck up too bad. You know, that kind of stuff. I don't really do anything that's really cancelable in the first place, but, like, I have been an asshole on stream. So if that were to ever get clipped and commentated all over and this, that, and the other, I'd be like, well, I could use this as a learning experience, and that's how that'll go. But I've actually seen that with, like, Elden Ring recently. Somebody didn't like the game, and they got smacked hard with people, like, kind of, like, tearing their thoughts on this apart, just ripping it to pieces. And I'm sorry, you put your opinion out on the internet, you are now fair game. You are now completely fair game to get punched in the titty. I'm sorry. But he went through and, like, tried to copyright smack, like, all these different people over it. I'm like, he lost that dispute. Like, he lost it hard. But he still went out and did it. And I'm like, what the hell? Same thing when people walk around in grocery stores that are freaked out about masks. I mean, yeah, like, if, like, here, like, I'm in the States. Here in the States, like, if you walk around in public and someone records you being an asshat, you're in public. You're, like, your amendment rights say you can record them. So, like, try not to do stupid shit in public. It can wind up on the internet. If I am out of my house, I act like I am possibly being filmed in some form, some way, shape, or form. AKA, I try my best not to be an asshole, or if I'm being an asshole, I have enough evidence to at least back up my reasoning for being one. Just in case. What's up, Star Platinum? How are you? The power brick on my Xbox died, so I guess no GTA tonight. Ooh, okay, which model Xbox do you have? Is it a... First off, is it a 360, an Xbox One, 1S, 1X? So I'm trying to figure out if it's the original one, like the old school one. You can still find power bricks for them. You can find both Xbox branded and off branded. The off branded will be cheaper, but they're not guaranteed to last anywhere near as long. Then again, I've seen Microsoft ones that don't last long either, so... But if it's internal, that's going to be a bitch to replace. Which would be anything past the original VCR-looking Xbox One. But no, the amount of people that would just, like, straight up just freak out hard. Yo, what's up, first name? Random thing. Xbox One OG version, still haven't upgraded to Series X. Then, okay, I'm not the biggest fan of GameStop, but GameStop usually gets the off-brand aftermarket version of those power bricks in still, because that Xbox is still very widely used, because it's easier to get your hands on, it's cheaper. So, they usually still carry those. Oh, I do say! They usually still carry those. They run about 40-ish bucks last I checked. May or may not have befriended a guy who works at the register at my local GameStop. Awesome! I don't have a problem, like, when it comes to my problems with GameStop, I don't have a problem with most of the people that work in the GameStop. They're working in retail, they're doing a job. Fuck, I did it for 10 years myself. So when it comes to, like, people, like, at GameStop, when it comes to people, like, that work it, they're just fucking working a job. It's just, like, that's just it. My problem with GameStop is usually with corporate. Corporate is a corrupt nightmare for GameStop in a lot of ways. Told him your PSP story? Oh, how'd that go? That had to be a laugh and a half. I bet you he's probably got worse stories than I do. You'll find a million weird ass stories about GameStop from all sorts of employees. Because some of these just get wild. I like to think that my time dealing with some of this stuff was actually quite tame. But yeah, no, like, that's something that I'll tell anybody. I'll tell anybody when it comes to, like, dealing with anything. Like I said, but 1 year, at a local used game store was just as fun. Oh, I can only imagine the stuff that comes out of a mom and pop store. Like, dealing with customers at a mom and pop store has me way crazier than dealing with customers at a GameStop. But no, Jesus, some of the weird shit I have run into throughout my life of just retail as a whole. Not just GameStop, but like GameStop had like the craziest stories. And mine are still tame in comparison to other peeps. Wasn't quite mom and pop, but not GameStop level. Gotcha. Usually for me when it comes to game stores nowadays, like my brain immediately just goes to mom and pop instead of other chains, because there just aren't a lot of other game chains anymore that aren't mom and pop. Other than game, you have either mom and pop stores, or you have GameStop stores most of the time now. There aren't many that are chained out anymore like they used to be, because it used to be like back in the day you had GameStop, EB Games, Software, etc., Rhino, and a few others all at the same time. Do you collect any figurines or statues? Yes and no. I do have a lot of figurines from back in the day. I have a few statues as well. I don't collect as much as I used to, because even though they're more easily accessible and they're cheaper now to some degrees, depending on who you're buying from, for one, I don't have a lot of room right now to display them. As well as I haven't had funds to buy anything new in a hot minute. Like, I have some All Might figures, I have my Mega Man statues. There's been a lot of Sonic the Hedgehog statues and Resident Evil statues I've wanted recently, but I haven't picked any up yet. Even though they're not mega expensive, I haven't had the extra to put towards them, and even if I did, I don't have spaces for them. Because I found a Nemesis statue was like this tall. I wanted that damn thing so bad, but I have nowhere to put it. I have absolutely nowhere to put it, so I didn't pick it up. As well as I didn't have the funds to get it, but even if I did, I just couldn't have grabbed it. I saw a Sonic statue that went on sale at a mom and pop game store, nonetheless, ironically enough, that I really wanted. It was like $40, and it was a really good quality, and it was so pretty. It was him in a Chaos Emerald, and I wanted it really bad, because they had all their Sonic stuff on sale during the weekend of the Sonic movie, and I wanted all of it, I'm going to be honest, but I didn't buy any of it, because I just didn't have any place to put it. But, like, I have, I get, like, a lot of the Pokemon statues that come out throughout the course of the years, like the Mimikyu's Costume Shop one. I've got my numbered, really pretty Mega Man back there. He's not lit up right now because I haven't turned him back on. But that Mega Man statue is a limited edition, numbered Capcom exclusive statue. I have a lot of pretty anime lady figures from my super big weeb stage of my life. Most can be displayed. I got one or two that are questionable. I've got a lot of the Vocaloid figures and statues. And for a while, everybody I knew for every birthday and or Christmas was getting me Dark Magician Girl statues and figures. Weeb till death. I mean, I am a weeb. Like, I will still buy ones I get my hands on. Like, I still buy, like, I bought a couple All Might statues because I love All Might. Like, I have, like, tons of statues like this around the office. So, yeah, I collect a little bit of everything. But I think probably my favorite statues that I own are my Mega Man statue over there, and then up top, y'all can't see it, but I have a Sonic the Hedgehog statue that is Sonic standing on top of a Sega Genesis, and it actually makes the old Sega noise whenever you hit the switch on it. And that's one of my all-time favorites, because it's pretty, it's huge. Yo, talk. Not a weeb, but I'm an otaku. I mean, There's a difference, but there's not a big difference, because in Japan, being an otaku is not a term of endearment. In Japan, being called an otaku is like being called a weeb in the States. Like, it's not a good term. You're being called a nerd in not a nice way. And I fit both categories. I'll see the Minecraft stuff you got. Yeah, I do got some Minecraft stuff. Actually, I found a Minecraft toy that I don't know where I got it from. I've had this. I don't know where I got it from. But I found this. I've got some other, like... Most of my Minecraft stuff's just got pumpkins on it. It's not wrong, heinous. Like, I have to be careful about what I pick up now, because hell, you can ask Heinous Anus on this one. You can ask Heinous Anus, Joel, or Shaman, because they've seen it the most often. Heinous Anus is probably the person who's seen it the absolute most often, because they've known me since middle school. I go through phases of what I'm currently obsessed with. So, like, when I obsess over something, that's what I mostly do. That's what I mostly pick up. That's what I look for. And that's the reason why my collection is so vast and why there's so much stuff here. And why there's so much different stuff here is because I will super hyper fixate. And that's now my favorite thing, and that favorite thing is now my life. Welcome to autism with ADHD. Like, that's what happens to us. We obsess over certain specific things, and then we will obsess over it forever. And it gets bad. And the problem with it is that we will cycle back. Zombie Ariel cosplay with. Yep, I essentially have an Ariel style collection of knickknacks and knickknacks and who's its galore. Got gadgets and gizmos aplenty. Yes, indeed. Like. And it just kind of depends, and, like, they rotate in cycles, so, like, if something new pops up, we get scared. Because that's when stuff gets bad, because, like, I usually cycle between Transformers, random anime fixation, Power Rangers, Sonic the Hedgehog, Pokemon, and horror stuff. Like, those are where my usual rotations go. And then I'll just randomly acquire some things here and there just out of enjoying something. But then something new gets added and it goes horrifically bad because that gets added on top of everything else that I'm already obsessing over. Like, I've always liked Star Wars. I've always had an interest in Star Wars. I've always done lots of stuff with Star Wars, but I've never, like, hyper-fixated Star Wars. Now I'm hyper-fixating Star Wars. So, all I'm doing is consuming lore, legend, video games, movies, comics on Star Wars. And then grabbing Star Wars collectibles and stuff like that whenever I find them. So, like, it's bad. So, like, I've managed to keep myself out of, like, purchasing new stuff because money's tight and I can at least bring my brain to not do that. But it's still there. Probably most I've spent on a collectible so far is $110. A Mezco 1 12-inch collectible figure. Let's see. I'm trying to think of what the most expensive, the most I've spent on an item in my collection. This would have been probably during my convention days when I was working conventions, not just going to them. What would be the most expensive part of my collection? Jesus Christ, I have expensive pieces. Let's see, for most I've spent. Nope, I can settle it down to 3 pieces. I got them all at the same time. Or around the same time, like same time frame, like in about the course of 2 months. This was back in like 2012 or 2014, I can't remember. This was back when I used to work conventions and 2 jobs on top of it. So my most expensive items are all 3 Transformers related. And I actually don't own them anymore, and I'm actually very depressed that I don't own them anymore. I've been trying to find a way to one day re-obtain them. I don't know if I ever will, because they are worth even more now than they used to be. They're worth more now than what they were when I bought them. They're worth more now than what I sold them for. And they're ungodly rare. So, my 3 items are all Transformers. They're all Transformers related. First one was I had a statue of Unicron from the 1986 Transformers movie, specifically designed after that movie variation of Unicron. That statue stood this freaking tall. It was huge, it was incredibly rare, and most people didn't have them in good condition because they were made out of they were very breakable. Like they were like this kind of like porcelain style figure. They were really breakable. So when they shipped, a lot of times they ship broken, and I lucked out and I got one that didn't ship broken. It was I want to say it was like a 1 in 500 piece. They were all individually numbered on the bottom of them. That thing on launch was a $300 statue. Now, in the rare case you can find that version of it before they did their short-run reprint, and the short-run reprints are smaller and not as detailed, finding them now, like I got it for like $300. I sold it for like $550, and I want to say it's like close to like $800 now for that piece. The next one was an Optimus Prime made by the same statue making company that was also about like yay fucking big. Also made the same material but a lot more sturdy. And it, I want to say that I spent about $350 on that one. Yet again, remember this was like back in like 2012. It was another individually numbered piece. And it was incredibly rare. And I remember selling it for about $600. And it's now going for over $1,000. It is the 86 Transformers movie. Been wanting to see that. I love that movie. It's probably my favorite movie of all time. Is it a great movie? No, but it is my favorite. That movie is my entire childhood. And the next piece is actually a 5-piece collection. It was the Shattered Glass BotCon of 2012 Transformers collection. It is a 5-piece set. It is excruciatingly rare to find, with the paperwork and everything to prove what it is and prove that it's not a fake or a forgery. Comes in a nice collector's box, comes with 5 individual stat cards, comes with 5 individual Transformers, comes with a limited edition 2014 collector's pin. And all this stuff. It was a glorious set piece. It was my favorite set out of anything I own Transformers related. It's probably one of my favorite collectibles, period. For people that don't know, the Shattered Glass series is an alternate dimension in Transformers where Decepticons are good guys and Autobots are bad guys. So everybody who's a good guy is a bad guy, and everybody who's a bad guy is now a good guy. And that was the only way to get the Shattered Glass Soundwave, who goes from being this very robotic and very serious and very pragmatic individual to basically being Michelangelo from Ninja Turtles. He's fucking hilarious in that series of comics. That set, I think I only had to spend $250 on, and I sold it for around $600 when I sold it. And now it fluctuates in price when you find it on eBay. I've seen it go for as little as $660. I've seen it go for as high as $2,000. Because no one has it. So when it shows up, it is usually someone getting rid of it fast. It's either someone getting rid of it fast, or someone who's a diehard collector who's had it in their collection for a long time and has decided to downsize. Day-Day! Get some hearts in the chat for Day-Day! Has it been a year now? Holy shit! Well, see, the 86 Transformers movie is technically before my time, but my dad was a military man, so I was in Germany when that movie came out. When that movie I didn't get to see that movie till like the 90s. But it's still an old movie. It's over 30 years old. New badge hype! Get some hearts in the chat for Danny! Holy shit, it's been a year. How exciting is that? What's up, Final? How's it going? To this day, I regret getting rid of all 3 of those items. I didn't want to get rid of all 3 of those items when we did. But the reason why I had to get rid of all 3 of those items was because when I got rid of them, I was in the process of a divorce, which was going horrifically wrong. I had just had to I was finishing the divorce and paying everything off for the lawyers and all that other good shit, as well as trying to recover my fucking credit from my crazy ex. And on top of that, around the time we had to get rid of it, my gallbladder got removed, and I was having to pay for gallbladder surgery, and I was also out of work while recovering from said gallbladder surgery, thanks to complications I had. So, Alana! How do you do? What is up? I hope you're well. So, because all these things happened all at once, but I still had to live, I still had to pay rent, I still had to pay bills, I had to sell all 3 items. Now, I haven't been in a situation where I've had to do something like that in years. But I had to take those 3 pieces, as well as many other pieces of my, at the time, collection, which was worth way more than what my collection is now. Like, everything I sold, all together, what I sold from that, makes all of this look like I paid $5 a piece for it. Because I sold way more than just the 3 items I mentioned. Because I sold, like, the rarest of the rare. I just got my gallbladder taken out. I couldn't do that. So, yeah. And that was probably one of the roughest, lowest points of my adult life, was that time frame. If it wasn't for the fact that I had Zombaby as well as some of the best friends that I'd ever made in my life during that time frame, just being there for moral support, I don't know how things would have gone. Ah, you're on your way to go vote. Go do the thing! How dare you steal a muffin? You don't steal a muffin, you just get a muffin. Muffins. We like ourselves some muffins. Yeah, it was around that time frame I met Joel. I met Joel and made a lot of friends around Joel at the same time. And they helped me through that tough spot. But, yeah, those are items that I didn't want to get rid of. I didn't want to get rid of anything that I got rid of out of that collection, but I did what I had to. Coffee to Zombaby and her friends for supporting our lovely Zombies Go Numb. Indeed! Coffee to them all! How's it going, Ed? But no, legit, like, if it wasn't for people like Joel in my life at that time, I would have lost my mind. Tried to take his Wii U to the hospital during the gallbladder surgery because we were in a Splatoon 1 tournament. I didn't want to let you guys down. It was the first match of the tournament. I couldn't just let you guys down like that. I wasn't used to having friends like that. So I wasn't going to let y'all down. Everyone yelled at me for wanting to take my Wii U to the hospital. Which, I cleared it with the peeps in the hospital. They would have let me do it. They just didn't know that the game required motion control. Oh. To this day, if I could find a way to replace those items in my collection, I would. But the times that I find them, they're so expensive. Like, I haven't seen the statues. I just haven't even seen them. So I don't even know what's up with them. I don't think you were using motion control yet. No, I think I just converted to motion control. Because I was learning motion control because of the tournament. Because I'd stopped using the roller at that time. That's when I discovered the 52 gal. Because I used the 52 gal for that tournament. I had just converted to motion. Which meant that I did the same thing that everybody learning motion controls does. And I moved too widely. Because remember, when I came home from the hospital for round 2, I popped my stitches while playing. And we actually had to message the opposing team. Because they got mad at us for not immediately posting our results within the first, 2 minutes. Because I was in the bathroom applying liquid stitches to myself because I bled all over myself during the tournament. I still blame myself for us losing that tournament because I popped the stitch and stopped playing properly. But I kept playing! Dude, our teammate is bleeding out. Chilfer's like, yeah, I remember you sending that. And, they freaked out. I offered to send the pictures. As proof, because that's a weird thing to say in the middle of a tournament. That is a weird thing to say, that our team lead, because I was leader that time, because our two captains, our captain and co-captain, were both out of town, so I had to be team lead. And that was something else. I got voted team lead. Not because I was a good leader, mind you, because no one really knew me that well back then. No, it's because I had the best internet. Everybody on our team. So I got to be the shared server point. And dude thinks I'm attached to that game. I was real bad about that game back in the day. I'm still real bad about that game. But Splatoon 1 was like my life. My Wii U had more, like, my Wii U had most of its hours on just 2 games. Smash Brothers for Wii U, so Smash 4, and Splatoon. That was it. I've gone back and looked into Splatoon 1 just to see how much it's changed. I want Wind Waker. I want Winemaker. I want a Winemaker too. But yeah, no, I literally bled during that tournament and I got into so much trouble. I got yelled at so much for that. Yeah, Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. They ported it onto Wii U right around the... It wasn't the end of the Wii U's lifespan, but it was getting there. And a lot of people thought it would come to Switch because of how late in the Wii U's life it came out. It and Twilight Princess got ported to the Wii U. So, and Wind Waker, or Twilight Princess got ported at, like, right at the time they announced the Switch. Wind Waker? No, it was not. It was not a launch title. They released that one a good while after they discontinued the white Wii U, because when the Wii U launched, it launched with 2 variations, a white and a black model. And the white version had 8 gigabytes of space on it, and the black version had 32 gigabytes of space on it. Which now you look at that size and you're just like, why did they do this? And they still do it with the Switch. Most people just said, fuck buying the white one, because the white one only had 8 gigs of space and didn't come with anything. Versus the black one came with 32 gigs of space and came with a free copy of Nintendo Land. There wasn't a reason to buy the other one. It was $50 more and you got 4 times the amount of save space, and you got a game with it. Toon Link gets crunk. Oh my god. But no, the Wind Waker variation came out, I want to say, a year to 2 years after they killed off the white unit. And they released it with a limited edition Legend of Zelda Wind Waker gamepad. And it came with a copy of the game. And when they released the game itself, they also made a collector's edition for that game that came with a statue of Ganon that's like this tall, that Zombaby has. Speaking of tournaments, someone got salty at one of my school Smash tournaments and tried to ban me. What? Why? How? But yeah, no, it came out a couple years after the fact for that one. And then, like, a year later, they released Twilight Princess with the limited edition amiibo. With the Wolf Link amiibo. And for the longest time, that was the only way to get that amiibo until they re-released it. And they didn't re-release it until Breath of the Wild came out. The Wii Mini? I do! That was really fun, because the Wii Mini was like this itty-bitty Wii console, and like, working at GameStop, we never got it. The reason why we knew it existed, the reason why our store knew that one existed, because it didn't have Wi-Fi attached to it, it was itty-bitty, and it was missing other types of support from it. The only reason why we knew that specific one existed, because it was exclusive to Walmart in our area, and someone brought it in and trade-in. And at first we couldn't take it in and trade in because it wasn't even in our system. The Wii Mini should have internet access. Could have been promoted as a streaming box. They didn't give it internet access because they denounced the Wii U at the time that was coming out, and it was like basically just get rid of the parts for it and this, that, and the other. Nintendo used to be real notorious about that back in the day. They haven't done it in a while. What they used to do is they used to like make one last hurrah for a console. And it would always be a smaller version of the console, just trying to get rid of it as quickly as they could. They did it for the NES. We got the top later NES right as it was going out the door. They made a smaller version of the SNES right when it was going out the door. They didn't do it with the N64 or the GameCube, but they did it with the Game Boy Advance, making the Game Boy Advance Micro. And then they did it again with the Wii. And then the DS line just got bigger. They're like, screw going smaller, we're gonna go bigger. Because they made the 2DS, the original 2DS they made to sell more to people wanting Pokemon. For people that were literally buying their 3DS for one game and for small children. And that's what they made the 2DS for. Then they made the 2DS, the new 2DS, alongside the new 3DS. Well, they made a new 3DS and the new 3DS XL, which was a big version and a small version. Small version had interchangeable faceplates. I personally love that one better because I could change faceplates out, and that was cool. And then they made the new 2D. They made the new 2DS XL, which I hated all these consoles having the name "new" in them because, for one, they didn't say anything to differentiate them. So, like, Grandma comes in. I already got a 3DS for my grandson, so I'm going to buy him Minecraft on the 3DS, expecting him to be able to play it. And you find out that he can't play it because you need a new 3DS because they have a better processor in them. But they don't tell you that, really. They do, but there's not a lot on the packaging that says, oh, you can play a lot. Like, they don't make it a whole big deal of the packaging that you need specifically this. So even having a 3DS XL, they couldn't play new 3DS games, which was absolutely insane to me. And then being someone who worked at GameStop and was trying to sell used consoles, having to sit there and say, I have a used new 3DS XL or a used new 2DS XL is the most contradictory thing you're going to tell somebody that doesn't know what the fuck you're talking about. I hated that shit so damn much. But it would always be better to buy the used new console because the used new console came with a charger versus the brand new 3DS XL, new 2DS XL, and new 3DS didn't come with a charger because Nintendo just said, we're going to do it to save money. And make you buy the $10 GameStop one because we don't sell 3DS chargers to GameStop currently. Getting a new 3DS XL with a capture card is a pain in the ass. Just saying. It's not an easy come by. It's easier than it used to be. Because there are people stateside that now do it, because you used to only be able to get it through Japan. But finding people willing to do it and sell it are few and far between. I still have one of the new 2DS XLs. I've got the Pokeball one. It has a push button on it for the Pokeball, and it doesn't do anything at all, but man, my ADD brain loves to push the button. Charging port doesn't fit anymore. Ah, see, that was one of the most common things we saw go wrong with the 3DS. That's the reason why I'm really happy that the Switch, when it came out, was it didn't have a proprietary charging system. I hate proprietary charging systems. I hate them. It's part of why I don't like Apple. I hate proprietary charging systems. I like that the Switch has a freaking Type-C charge cable for it. I have like 3 or 4 3DSs. All but one of them still work. Well, see, for me, I just kept upgrading mine. Like, I didn't keep the old one. I would trade the old one in to upgrade to a new one. Charging port is malformed? Yeah, that was the most common problem we saw with 3DSs, was their charging port just being destroyed by use. Even if it is a fake Type-C. Shaman, like, do I need to out you on all of the 3DSs you have? Shaman used to be my best customer at GameStop. Love Apple. I'm watching this on iPad. I hope they switch to USB-C. I mean, I get people using Apple products. And I definitely get the use of an iPad. I get the use of an iPad because the iPad's a very versatile system. As well as a lot of people use it for, like, drawing, watching videos, stuff like that. Like, I get it. I personally have never been a fan of Apple's OS. And I've never been a fan of Apple products because Apple products never lasted long for me personally. I'm an Android user. I've been an Android user forever, but I like being an Android user for the key reasoning of, without having to jailbreak my phone, I can modify it to almost any degree that I want to. But pluses to Apple software is, for one, it's a lot harder to hack Apple software and Apple hardware than it is to hack pretty much anything else. At least when it comes to, like, iPads and when it comes to iPads and iPhones, stuff like that, and they don't use backdoor systems. So, like, for security, I can see definitely using one. As well as they have a far friendlier user interface than most Androids. Because Android is going to depend on who you have. Is it a Samsung? Is it made by Google, which you're going to cry about half the time coming from someone who has a Google phone? Is it an LG? Is it this? Is it that? Is it so? Is it so on and so forth? Blah, blah, blah. Versus Apple is pretty much universal. Now, Tony, I will give you that. I will say that Apple products are usually definitely overpriced. Because a lot of what you pay for with Apple, especially for what you get, you're paying for the brand. You are paying for the brand. What I mean by user interface is a friendly user interface. Like, okay, I can hand an Apple device to someone who is not technologically savvy, and in a couple of days, they'll figure it out. I can hand it, my grandmother is not the most technologically savvy person on the planet, as well as she has trouble using a lot of things like smartphones, because she only has one working hand. I can hand her an iPhone, and she can figure it out. And she did. She figured it all out on her own. She did the thing. So, like, user interface-wise, like, I can hand an Apple product to someone who doesn't understand tech, and they can figure it out. And they can figure it out fairly easily. It's a friendlier user interface. Android doesn't tell you anything, and Android does crazy shit. And that's part of what I love about it, is there is so much shit you can do. Like, there is a plethora of things you can do and modify and destroy and remake with an Android. So personally, I like Android, but I like Android for customization. I always have. Love Apple ecosystem and Mac OS. Unpopular opinion? Fight me. I mean, I get why people, like, I see both sides of it. I personally will never use an Apple device. I don't like them. I don't like them, but I can see the appeal. Price is an understatement. $550 for a pair of headphones, though they are built nice, is way too much. I completely agree. Let's see. Samsung all the way. Samsung is probably my favorite phone type to use. No, I'm actually going to be completely honest. My favorite phone type to use, period. Ever, above all other phones. I mean, I did use I was a big fan of the Galaxy Notes for a long time. with Samsung, my favorite phone type to use ever was LG. I loved LG phones. Absolutely loved them. They don't make them anymore, and I'm sad. I was always an LG fanboy. I don't like Apple at all. Its user interface is garbage compared to Android. For me, it's kind of garbage. I'm not a fan with it, but Apple works when everyone you know uses Apple. This is true. And see, that was me for the longest time. All of my friends used Apple, and I was the only Android user. I have converted a lot of my family to Android. Woo! LG! Typed on an LG G6. Yes! My favorite LG phone ever to this day. I've had 2 LG phones that I absolutely just loved above all others. My absolute favorite was actually the old LG G2 phone. I used that phone for everything and absolutely adored the fact that that phone even had an IR port on the top of it that I used to control not only my TV, but every TV in every bar I ever went to. Funniest thing is going into the bar and them having no idea why the channel went from watching whatever the latest sports game was to watching Cartoon Network. And I would do that all the time because you could easily program your phone to work with any TV in seconds. And I love doing that. And they never found out it was me. And I was like, we're watching cartoons now. I want to watch cartoons. Hack the planet for anime. Mom owns a bar. You're giving me ideas. I loved it. I missed that IR port so bad. And then the next phone that I liked almost as much, and y'all know this phone because I used it to stream with, was the LG ThinQ V60. The stupidest name for a phone that doesn't roll off the tongue, which makes marketing a pain in the ass for this phone. But it was that dual screen phone I had. The phone that came with a dual screen case, which meant that I could take the case off if I didn't need 2 screens. That phone did so much, and it worked so well for streaming. And the only reasoning why I don't have that phone anymore was, for one, phone wound up cracking because it fell on my fucking cane, which sucked. And it cracked, but it only cracked the back of it. But the other problem was that since LG stopped making phones, it stopped updating when Android was updating everything. And it being the dual screen phone, it was their least supported phone. So it stopped doing a lot of stuff. And it would lag and freak out and everything else. So I traded it in before its price dropped too much. And I traded it almost dead even for what I have now, which is the Google Pixel 6, which I purely got for its camera. Work-wise, it's meh, because it's not as powerful, because I didn't get the Pro. It's not as powerful as a lot of other phones out there. It's as powerful as my ThinQ was, which is now technically a 2-year-old phone. So that should tell you how powerful it is. The 6th version of me, yes! Yep, Pixelman's with me in my pocket anywhere I go. It's great for recording videos. It's magnificent for taking pictures. That's his best points. Probably gonna go from a 3 to a 4. Don't need a lot for a phone. That's what my low mid-tier gaming PC is for. I get that. See, for me, like, I got it because if I ever got somewhere where it was safe enough for me to do my night walks again, I would like to do Pokemon Go with it. And this phone can do that, and it has a camera good enough where I don't gotta worry about it. So I got this phone because its camera was good enough to where if I wanted to do all this stuff, I could do it and still have fun with it. As well as sometimes for video recording, I have used it. But I still miss my my V60 phone. That phone was so damn cool. So the kid has micros and stashes them in his pocket for later. Confirmed. Oh my god. Got an RTX 3090 now. So yeah, that's always been a favorite for me. And I loved LG's phones in general. What mostly killed LG was they would always have like these they'd always be ahead of everybody in new tech. They would always have new tech on their phone that nobody else did. They'd try it out, they'd pioneer it. It wouldn't sell as well because it didn't match what was already out, and they would abandon it. And the second they'd abandon it, Samsung, Apple, Google would all come along and be like, but no, that's a good idea. Let's see if we can work with that. And they'd use it, and it would do great because they kept with it. LG would be like, well, this didn't do as good as I thought it would. Next thing. And it would just, the next phone is completely different. And that's how it happened with them all the time. Every phone was drastically different from its last predecessor. So, like, they didn't get a lot of brand loyalty because they couldn't say, okay, this phone is this, but better. Think of it like the Galaxy Notes. The Galaxy Notes are great, but the Galaxy Notes are like, okay, you got this one, okay, it evolves into this one, it evolves into this one, it evolves into this one. Keeps all of its core components from its first, and just keeps giving it improvements. Whereas LG is like, here's this awesome phone that has a couple of problems. I'm not fixing those problems. We're making a new phone. Here we go. What? And that was like, I loved the new weird shit that they could do. And they were usually as powerful, if not more powerful, than their competitors, like with the Galaxy phones and most of Apple's phones, but they were far cheaper. The LG ThinQ V60 was just as powerful as the Samsung Note 20. Met all the same specs. Note 20 was a $1,200 phone. The ThinQ was like, if you got it without the dual screen, was like a $600 phone. But it did all the same things. It was a no-brainer for me. And if you got the extra screen with it, it was extra $100. So I traded in a Samsung phone and got that one, and it didn't cost me shit. Because Samsungs are always valued at more. Well, the cool thing about a $100 PC, if you do a $100 PC right, you can do a $100 PC and then use another PC. Like, you can do what's known as a dual PC setup for streaming. And you can make it work just like attaching a console to it. You can have one that handles all the streaming stuff, and you have one that plays a video game. You hook it up to an Elgato, and you go from there. I know people that used to do that a lot back in the day. Back when streaming was first kicking off. I have been ranting and rambling for a while. Okay, other news that I need to come up with to tell you about. Well, I don't need to come up with it, I have it. We just get a shit ton of Raspberry Pi motherboards. But no, something else I haven't gotten to talk about is, Zombies Go Down Direct. We have new games that we're going to start playing on the channel after Jedi: The Fallen Order. We are going to be playing through Hades, and I'm going to be playing all the way through that game. We're going to be playing through the new God of War. We're going to be playing through Cooking Companions. With the announcement of Dead by Daylight getting a dating sim, I am going to finally go back and replay through Doki Doki Literature Club, but I'm going to play the updated version. I would play Outlast in VR. Outlast is one of my favorite horror games ever. I would do that. I would do that in a heartbeat. I just don't own a VR headset. And I cannot afford one. I think everybody here would get a grand kick out of me playing anything in VR just to watch me fall flat on my face as I scream like a small child. I think everyone would lose their mind seeing that. This one is not out yet. I'm always up for game suggestions. I don't know if I'll play it. What VR unit did you get a hold of? So many things would break. I would have to extend out my desk unit. You have a Rift? Ugh! You have said the right words to me for just wanting to drool over something. Oh, the Rift was so good. That's still both the weirdest and greatest thing DVD dating sim, right? Yeah, okay, so like y'all gonna get to see like part of the mess that I've got going on right now because I'm in the middle of packing. My closet's packed up right now and all the boxes are currently behind me. Okay, so turning this way, there's all these boxes and stuff, but right next to here where you see my PC. Come on, give me. Got my damn phone stand here. Right next to here is an entire shelving unit next to my PC. Like I use an entire... I essentially have myself wrapped in a cubicle. God damn it. This is why I don't move my camera. Illusion break. Yeah, I have this whole big hulking thing. That holds the computer and my emergency hyperglycemia supplies, other stuff I use for stream like the death candy and alcoholic beverages and shit like that. Like, let me see if I can like get y'all a good enough look at this. Yeah, as you can see, closet's mostly empty, but I have this whole big bookshelf thing here, full of collectibles and stuff. And like, this thing is freaking huge, and is currently just covered in stuff. And it essentially puts me in a cubicle to have it. So it's been 2 hours. Ah, shit. I was supposed to, like, go to movie mode in an hour. So, we may be winding down in just a sec. But yeah, so, like, I keep myself boxed in here because I work best in small enclosed spaces. Which is kind of weird because I am not a small person. Straighten that out. There we go. So, because of that, doing VR could be quite difficult. I could bring one of my rigs over and make it happen if the chat decided. I know the chat would probably lose their ever-loving minds over it. I would have to expand my space out some so I could actually move. Because, like, I can move my arms out like this without this is about as far as I can get without hitting anything. If I go any further out, like, I'm hitting into where everything is, I will hit stuff. Not a small person. Well, you do have a big heart. Ah! You need space for it. I could probably make it happen. It wouldn't be difficult. Well, I'd have to get a longer printer cable because I have a printer cable that is actually the cable I use to hook up my my sound unit to my to make it happen. Once you get set up in a new joint, dog, let's set up. Well, hell yeah! I will be moving closer back to hometown. Close back to mom and all them. So, would definitely be a lot easier to do then. Because that's what we're aiming for. But I like working, like, currently I like work, if we did that, I would go through the process of making sure I had enough space to do it, because that'd be fun. You joined a perfect opportunity because space would be empty. Yeah, we started off with just doing that. Which game? I think I missed it while I was sitting here showing off stuff. Session is The Quarry. It's a horror game coming out on June 10th. Similar to Until Dawn, and it's made by the same people. Ooh, no, now you've got my attention. No, I hadn't heard of that. But you have my attention because I fucking love Until Dawn. That was such a good game. You're gonna see Z and the MTs are gonna go, oh shit, he's back. I want to play New Evil Dead real bad. Especially considering I play games like it, like Dead by Daylight. I want to play it real bad. Real bad. That game looks so good and like so much fun. It's multiplayer, that's my downfall. See, I love games like that are multiplayer. Because like I already played Dead by Daylight, which is the closest thing I can compare it to. And I want to play it. See, being a streamer, multiplayer is kind of the thing we do a lot around here. Only thing is, with the move and everything else coming up, I haven't picked it up yet. I'm going to be sticking to Dead by Daylight for a little while. After the move, after things kind of balance out some, then we'll look into it. Generally recommend some of the Metal Gear games. I've played most of them, but I played most of them long before I was a streamer. Evil Dead game, the game reminds me of Friday the 13th, the game, when it was in its prime. That makes me want to play it even more, because I love that game. I've played Metal Gear. I've played through almost all the Metal Gears, including the PSP ones. I like Metal Gear. Metal Gear. Hail to the king, baby. Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. I love that game. That game. I love the fact that game like is always popular. That game just never goes away. That's part of what makes me love it. But no, I didn't stream most of them because I'd already beaten them a long time ago. About to drive home, AFK. We're about to go to the Discord and do movie night. Had my kids watch the original trilogy a couple weeks ago. Oh, how'd that go? I got something you'd like, actually. I have one of the collector's editions of the Evil Dead series, and it comes in like the Necronomicon book. We're looking at, as long as I can get it running, because occasionally streaming movies can be kind of a problem. I gotta make sure I can get it running. Probably have to talk to Shaman to make sure I can get it running. Wolf Children. We're gonna be looking at playing Wolf Children. If I can't get Wolf Children running, then we're going to stream Summer Wars. A box set of the Star Wars original trilogy. I've got a box of the VHSs and the DVDs for that one. That makes me feel old. You've never heard of it? Either of those? Oh my god. Oh, we gotta fix that. We gotta fix that. Okay, I got a random question for you. Did you ever watch like the old Digimon movie from way back when? The American release Digimon movie? You haven't even watched that? Okay. Oh my god. Summer Wars is what happens if you take the first half of the original Digimon movie, stretch it into a full movie, and make it absurdly good. And it's made by the same art studio. They took their base premise for that movie and turned it into something non-Digimon related. And Wolf Children is a anime movie that just shreds the heartstrings, but it is so beautiful. It'll make you cry, it'll make you laugh, it'll make you smile. It's so good. Been scrolling through the live stream section of Animal Crossing, and half of it is kids' video live streams. I am sadly currently not playing Animal Crossing on stream, but I do play Animal Crossing. I just don't usually do it on stream anymore. But, Keen, if you want probably one of the best content creators around for Animal Crossing, I have a suggestion for you. I have a suggestion for you of someone who's really good. They are not a kids channel. They are not a kids only channel or anything like that. They're similar to us, they just cuss less than we do. But they are, for one, they make videos and they do live streams. They do both. And they do both on the regular. Yep, Joel's got it right there. Koromora. Koromora is probably one of the best content creators around just in general, but they play a ton of Animal Crossing, as well as Splatoon. But the thing they are most known for are their Animal Crossing live streams, as well as their Animal Crossing video content. Anytime anybody mentions Animal Crossing, Koromora is the immediate person that I suggest. They're a good friend of ours. They make amazing content. They're very chillaxed. They're also freaking hilarious. So if you like Animal Crossing, Koromora is the person to check out. Mods, could you get a link to them in the chat real quick? I would appreciate help Keen out real quick and get them a link to someone they can enjoy. But no, they play a little bit of everything here and there on Twitch, but on YouTube, they do Animal Crossing. That is what they are most known for. There you go. Shaman just posted a link to Koromora's channel. Click that. That'll take you to probably the best Animal Crossing content on the platform. Not that we want you to leave or anything like that. We will appreciate you as long as you want to sit here. But since that's what you're looking for is Animal Crossing content, and I'm not currently providing said content, Koromora would be the best option. Just saying. Okay. Now, I have Stream Deck work I gotta do, I got movies I gotta play for you guys, and I got stuff I gotta unload on the Discord. So what we're about to do is we're about to head to Discord, I'm about to set some stuff up, and we're gonna go from there. I don't want animals in a boat with most blinding, brightening colors. I want funny animals that go... I cannot read that, but I'm assuming I'm not supposed to be able to read that. Well, if that's what you're wanting, I don't know who's going to do that. Koromora does villager hunting and then does informative videos on how to progress through everything Animal Crossing related. But yeah, so we're going to head to the Discord. Give me about 5 minutes to kind of get myself into the movie section to get us up and running. You heading to sleep, dude? It says it's time for sleep. Get some good sleep, my friend. By the time you wake up, there should be new stuff in the Discord, as well as pretty much everywhere in relating to zombies going on. But thank you for chilling with us in Dude, as well as Kami and Spirit Flame if you're lurking. Thank you again. Seriously, because if it wasn't for y'all, we would not have this new Stream Deck. We would not have a lot of the new stuff we have here. And we wouldn't have all the stuff that I'm going to be able to give to you guys for the upcoming months. You guys are literally the reasoning why I got to make this new thing for you guys, on top of everybody else here and everyone helping to make sure that we could actually move. All of your support, both in the past and your continued support, make it where I can feel like I'm actually making some kind of a difference in people's days and making people be able to laugh and have a good time and have some fun. I really appreciate all of y'all. Seriously. I've got to admit, this is one of the scariest jobs I've ever worked, but at the same time, because of people like y'all, I can tackle it head on. I can tackle it head on and not worry. I can do what I love, and I just hope that I can keep providing you guys with the content that you enjoy. And that I can keep making your days just a little bit better every time I see y'all. As you all know, it's been Zombies Going On, your coffee fuel, gingerbread undead. This has been a chat and chill stream where I've ranted about a little bit of everything, including phones, which is kind of weird. Hope y'all have a wonderful night and pleasant nightmares if you don't get to come and tag along with us into the movie night. But if y'all do, I hope that y'all get to enjoy a quality movie with all of us lovely zombies. And I hope y'all have some fun. I hope y'all like all the exciting stuff that's coming, because we're kicking off in full swing now. We are swinging for the fences, and we are swinging fucking hard. Remember to take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and as always, pleasant nightmares, peeps. I will see you over on the Discord in about 5-10 minutes, and we will get things running hard. Alright.